What is going on, peasants? My name is JB, and I'm back here today with my draft analysis for the APA Wi-Fi Little Cup season. This should be a really fun time, and I'm really looking forward to it. Little Cup is going to be a lot of fun. Obviously, I'm not the most well-versed in terms of Little Cup and how things actually work, but this should be a ton of fun. I'm just going to run through this really quickly because it's almost 2 a.m., and this is supposed to go up in the morning, and I did not forget. I promise you that. I had a version of this uploaded and scheduled and ready to go up tomorrow, but it got banned worldwide because I used a clip that I probably should not have from a certain show because I wanted to reference one of my Pokemon, and unfortunately, it got just straight up like banned in the US and Canada. It ain't banned worldwide. It got banned in the US and Canada. So, and that's where almost all of my viewership comes from. So, gonna go ahead and have to just redo this rather quickly, which does suck. Like, I really wanted to do some things and some stuff, but know it is what it is. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and get into our squad. First off, we have Mudbreak with our tier 1 pick. I wanted to obviously I wanted to make sure I grab a horse because let's be real, it's me. I'm Yeet Squad. I have to grab a horse because horses are horses, and like it's literally Lil Sebastian. And the thing that got this video banned was I had the song, the Bye Bye Lil Sebastian song, and I was stupid and put like the entire like 10 I put too much of the clip basically, and yeah, it got banned. So yeah, we got Lil Sebastian here. Obviously, it provides us a ground type. Great ability and stamina, solid stats all around, fantastic attack, and just a great all-around Pokemon. Gives me rocks, gives me a ground type, a decent speed tier in Little Cup. I know like 19 is the magic number, I'm pretty sure. Little Cup's features hits 15, but it should be fun nonetheless. And of course, it's a horse. It's our boy Lil Sebastian, and I am very excited to have this man's on the team. So the original plan was to get all 4 horses. I wanted Mudbreak, I wanted Ponyta, I wanted Blitzel, and I wanted Horsey. So unfortunately, I only ended up with 2 of those. One of those, I mean, you see here, I got Lil Sebastian, and Ponyta was picked even before Mudbreak was, so I'm just glad I managed to get Mudbreak. Mudbreak is the one I wanted the most. And then I decided to take a different Pokemon for the 4th one, the 3rd one. Well, the 4th one I didn't get, whatever. Either way, our next pick is Clamperl, so I decided to take Clamperl over Horsey because I figured Clamperl would have gone a lot earlier than it did. Because there were 20 coaches in this league, by the way. Go check them out on the description down below. But yeah, I decided to go ahead and grab Clamperl because this thing is an absolute monster. It has good enough bulk, and it has access to Shell Smash, making its offense is ridiculous. It doesn't have the best coverage in the world. It only has like water, ice, and like hidden power coverage, but it doesn't really need much else. It's just like a late game cleaner that can just come in and win a game with the Shell Smash up. Or if it just has a great matchup, I'll just lead with it and click Shell Smash and just win that way. But yeah, with free Z format like other APA leagues, I figured this thing would be a ton of fun. Deep Sea Scale or Tooth, whichever one it is allowed, I'm pretty sure. So it just makes this thing that much more of a hard hitter, and I am very much looking forward to using Clamperl. And yeah, gonna be a good time. So next up, I wanted to get something that helps against grass types because grass types are super annoying with a Mudbreak and a Clamperl. So definitely want to get something to help check grass types. So I decided to go ahead and pick up Landit. Landit, of course, being a fire and poison types, helps deal with grass types that my first 2 Pokemon don't like. It does have access to Nasty Plot and can still just click buttons. It's a great Z user in this format as well, being able to just run an easy move at once and click Nasty Plot and win games. It gets access to stuff like Fake Out, which is nice. It can still poison steel types if it needs to, and yeah, it should be a really fun mon to use as well. Next up, we have Blitzel, our second horse, which double helps with grass types because it does provide us an immunity with Sap Sipper. It also provides us an electric immunity to help out Clamperl. But most importantly, it gives us our second horse, which is the Blitz. And yeah, we got ourselves the Blitz, which is a How I Met Your Mother reference. That, funnily enough, did not get banned. That just got like a regular copyright claim. I had like the Blitz, like them explaining the Blitz in the show How I Met Your Mother, like how that whole thing went. Like I had that scene, and that didn't get banned at all. That just got a regular old copyright claim. They didn't care about that, but unfortunately NBC cares too much about Lil Sebastian, which it's understandable, man. It's Lil Sebastian, but Blitzel, not a great Pokemon, but it's definitely fits the theme of being a horse, and yeah. Pure Electric type, decent move pool, doesn't get Overheat, which kind of sucks, but otherwise it's a pretty good, just hard-hitting mon, and should be fun to use. Next up, we have ourselves a Natu. I wanted to get a bird, I wanted to get a Psychic type, and I wanted to get something to help with hazards. This does have Magic Bounce, it also has Defog, and it also has a really wild move pool, another one that's going to be really good in Open Z format. It has everything that Xatu has Magic Bounce, of course, like I already mentioned. It has Heat Wave, Dazzling Gleam, Energy Ball, stuff like that. It has got like just a ton of coverage. And of course, Psychic Spam is always a good thing to have, and it just hits really hard, and it should be a fun time as well, giving me a bird as well as, you know, Psychic Spam. Very nice. Next up, I wanted a really good fighting type, and I decided to go ahead and grab Stuffle. I originally wanted Pancham, but I'm like, Stuffle could be pretty fun because, you know, Fluffy's a pretty damn broken ability, giving this thing like resistance to, you know, just physical hits in general, so that's really cool. And it does have a wild, massive, fun move pool as well. Another mon that would be fun in Free Z, and it just hits so effing hard, and it should be a ton of fun to use. One thing that does like irk me about this Pokemon, it's gonna be difficult to like raise or lower happiness on this thing because like return and frustration is gonna be really weird to like deal with. Like I don't know how I'm gonna make sure this thing gets like frustration, like min happiness if I need it to pre-game, but you know, I can figure it out somehow. I think I literally just figured it out as I was talking. Just like bring a high-leveled Pokemon, let this thing faint, and then yeah, that's how I do it. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this Pokemon. Next up, we have Marlo. I wanted to get myself a good fairy as well as a good grass type, and of course, you know, this thing looks pretty fun. I've always wanted to like try to make Shiinotic work on a real team, but unfortunately, it doesn't really ever tend to work. So hopefully it'll work a little bit better in Little Cup. This thing is really bulky, has great defense stats, decent special attack as well, and has a lot of fun stuff. Effect Spore is super annoying. It has Strength Sap, it has Moonblast access, which is really cool. It has Leech Seed as well, and I'm pretty sure it gets Aromatherapy if I need to click that at some point. I'm not really sure if I ever will, but it does get it, so that's cool to have that option there. Next up, we got ourselves a Shieldon. I wanted a Steel type. I don't know how important cores are in Little Cup, but I know I wanted to have a Steel type. I wanted to have at least one more Stealth Rocker, which this thing does provide me with that. And that's really all it does. It has a pretty good defense stat, pretty decent SPDF stat. And actually, funnily enough, has a really wild move pool. I believe it gets both Bolt Beam and Flamethrower, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, it can do a lot of really fun stuff if I can manage to make it work offensively. But yeah, it's just here to just be like a pretty safe like catch-all check to, you know, like random hits and whatnot. So yeah, should be a fun mon to use for sure. Next to last, but certainly not least, I decided to go ahead and grab Zorua, because I've always wanted to try Zoroark. It's another one of those mons, and I thought it would be a lot of fun to go ahead and pick this thing up. Decent speed tier, really high special attack stat, another mon that would be just awesome in Free Z. And it has, like, did I say Nasty Ply? I think I said Nasty Ply, I'm not really paying attention. The one thing it doesn't get that Zoroark does get is fire coverage, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure it gets everything else. I think it gets extra sensory. I think it gets Focus Blast, correct me if I'm wrong. It's been a minute since I drafted this team, and yeah, like I said, I've had this recorded for like 3 weeks, man. But it got banned when I uploaded it. Feels bad, man. So yeah, that's a Zorua. Should be a really fun mon to use as well. And then last but certainly not least, we have Barboach. And I originally drafted this to be a Mudbreak team, but spoiler alert, I've already played my week 1 game. And guys, this is a Barboach team. Like, this season is all about Barboach. Like, I'm just gonna be real with you guys. This one is so fun. It has access to Dragon Dance, which, yeah, it has access to Dragon Dance. It has water and ground physical stab with Earthquake and Waterfall. Oh my god, it has a lot of fun Z options like Bounce, like freaking, come on man, it just has a lot going for it. It's a really fun mon, and I'm really looking forward to just like making this Barboach's season. Like, I would love nothing more than to make Barboach one of the overall kill leaders in this league, and that is like kind of my goal, if I'm being perfectly honest. I just want Barboach to do all the things and just make me happy. So that is going to be it for our draft analysis for the APA Little Cup Wi-Fi. And again, I want to go ahead and apologize, just get it out there as a dog is rudely walking through my house. But hello. If I had my webcam on, I would make her join the video to as like punishment. But yeah, I just want to apologize for this like being a pretty rushed draft analysis, as well as like a less informative and like not at all a good video in general. So yeah, I do apologize for that, but you know, week 1 will be up a week from today, and all should be good after that. Again, my bad for getting my original draft analysis banned, so that's on me, guys. But thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in week 1. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.